Hi, I'm Krista Gibson. This is Growing Older and Wiser, where I share some of my insights about growing old but getting wise at the same time. One of the thoughts I've been really paying attention to lately is how I take care of things. I take care of the dog. I take care of the wild birds by making sure that they have clean drinking water. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and the weather gets pretty hot in the summertime, and actually the birds pant because they get so thirsty and hot. So for a couple of years now, since we've been here, I have bird baths for them that I clean out, and every day they get fresh water, and sometimes twice a day, depending on how many of them get in there and take their little bird baths. But there's all kinds of ways that I take care of things. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, well, does that change for us at some point? And is there a point in our lives as we get a little older where we don't want to take care of things so much? And I think it's true. I realized, I used to have a lot of houseplants. Now, when we first moved here, I had none and hadn't had any for a while. Now I have one houseplant. But it's like, when I think about getting something, it's like, okay, I'm going to have to take care of it. Am I willing to do that? I had a very dear friend named Libby, who's an astrologer, and she passed away a number of years ago. But as she was getting older, she had a German Shepherd, and it passed away. And, we talked, and she wasn't going to get another dog. And I thought, how sad. And I told her that. I said, Libby, you love your dog. Why would you deprive yourself of having a dog, I said, I understand, you're grieving the dog that left, but why not welcome a new dog? And she said, I'm getting to the age where I just don't want to have another creature to take care of. And she said, I'm concerned that I would get a dog and that it would outlive me. And she said, I would feel horrible dying and knowing that I left a dog that had to, be rehomed because of me. And she said, it's just easier all the way around if I just don't have things to take care of, such as a dog. And I thought, on the one hand, it's sad, but to feel that way. But on another hand, isn't that just part of our continuing to evolve? Because I'm noticing the people that I know that are older, and I've noticed it for a number of years, from back when I was managing the retirement community and the senior center, that people, especially in the retirement community, when they left their homes, they left everything. They took a few things, whatever would fit into the room that they had rented or the apartment, but, all the things that they left behind. And I thought, okay, this is something that it's a big deal. And it's something for us to be paying attention to. I came across a book the other day written by a friend of mine who passed away named Jean Hendrickson. And it's called Joy, Living in a Nursing Home. And she wrote this back in 2011, I think, or 2007. It's been a while. Anyway, with it, she sent me a letter because she wanted me to review this in my newspaper, which I did. But I was reading, I had totally forgotten this letter, and I just want to share some of it with you, because how can you have joy living in a nursing home, right? I mean, many of us aren't joyful, and we complain living in our own homes. But she was joyful, and she told me that. She said, I love living here. But she wrote me this letter about how she went to this meeting, and she and some other people from the nursing home talked to the people at the meeting, and it was great with lots of questions and discussions, and 3 different women came up and talked to her afterwards, women she didn't know, and they were in their 70s or older, and they came and thanked her for telling her story. She said it was clear that many people in the meeting were fearful of reaching this stage in their lives. And not long after that, her spiritual guides came in and asked her to write this book that she sent me. And she said, where was it? She said, I really wanted to read this to you. Oh, that she asked the admissions director, do they give a book or something to people when they move in? And they said, well, there's a book called When Love Gets Tough, Making the Nursing Home Decision. And it was basically for families so they don't feel guilty about putting their loved one in the nursing home. But Jean said, in my opinion, all of the material I was given painted a rather sad picture. Well, she said, I don't feel sad. This is the part I wanted you to hear. It definitely took time to adjust to giving up my former freedoms, but I truly love living here. I'm grateful beyond words for everything. So she said, here's my little booklet and let me know what you think about it. But in the book, she talks about it. She said, there's a lot of people here, she said, that are miserable. And I asked them, why are you so unhappy? Yes, we had to give things up to be here. Of course we did. It's part of growing older in one way or the other. But she said, look at all that we have here. She said, we get hungry. We have people providing our food. We have an activity director who makes sure there's always something interesting to do. They take us on the bus and take us for rides where we can see the countryside, go look at the ocean. All these wonderful things, she said. And if I don't feel well, there's nurses and doctors who will look after me. And she told me, she said, I would tell people that. Don't be sad. Be glad. Be joyful for all that you have in living here. So I give that to you as a thought in terms of looking at your life. It's like at some point, the things that are important to you now that you take care of, you may have to give them up, whether it's moving to a nursing home or retirement community or assisted living or passing on. And it's like, think ahead now to how you're going to handle that, what that's going to mean to you, and where is still the happiness for you? Can you be like Jean? Can you say, okay, yeah, I am having to give that up. I don't walk so well anymore. I'm having to let go of this and that. But look at all the great things I'm getting instead and in addition to. So if you can let go of the things that you used to take care of, pass those things on to somebody else and look instead at what are the things you can still do and what are the things that really make you feel joyful and good. Those are my thoughts for the week. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Take care. Bye now. Part of the wisdom as we grow older is knowing where do we want to change and where don't we want to change, rather than just digging our heels in and saying, I'm not going to change. Well, yeah, maybe I will. I just have to know what that is and how it's going to serve me to do some things differently. Well, there's some things for you to think about, maybe some actions to take or not to take, and I hope that you have a fabulous week. Thanks for being here.